Hey everyone, it's Will, Gamer Dad, with another video for you. So, we do have a new notice, and so if you check your notices, we do have a slight update, version 3.0.110. So this is a new version, so you'll have to get this in the App Store or the Play Store. And we have another style, Ymir, also known as AS Garam. Now, if you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. I also do have a Patreon account for those who want to support me this way. So first off, I do apologize for not having much content. As mentioned before the main story update, I have been really busy with life duties, and so content is coming out a little bit slower, but hopefully I can get back to normal within the next few weeks. Now, that being said, this update should be relatively small. The main thing we are going for is the new banner that will be in the Dreams section about 24 hours from now. And so we do have AS Garambarrel. Now, for those who already have the normal style, you'll know that Garambarrel was one of the premier tanks in the game before the likes of AS Sora or AS Radius came out. And one of his main abilities is that if you start him in the front line, he basically reduces all damage dealt to your team for one hit for one time. So it's a really nice thing to have, especially if you get enemies that just have one HP stopper where they do a single attack. And I used him quite a bit against certain boss fights or even things like boss rush. Now, that being said, AS Garam has quite a bit more potential for DPS than his normal style. And he does retain that battle start where if you start in the front line, it'll give everyone a one-hit kind of 100% barrier, no matter what it is. That works on fixed damage too, by the way. So what he has is his gimmick is just like most AS units. He has to stack 3 stacks, after which he can activate his a move to convert those 3 stacks into what they call Divine Revelation state. So almost like a lunatic version or trance version or whatever you want to say. After you have that new version, it also has 3 of these separate stacks. And basically it does immense amounts of damage for up to 3 turns, I guess. So he still has his 4-star moves, so he does have some abilities to guaranteed inflict pain, power and int debuff 25%. He still has the inflict rage, self physical resistance up, and so on and so forth. But mainly what he has now is, like I said, he can set up with a wind pierce AoE, wind resist down stackable up to 3 times, 25% to a total of 50%. Type resist of your party members 25% stackable to 50%, and you get 1 of those stacks. So you're essentially going to spam this 3 times to get 3 stacks. So you're eventually going to also have wind resist down on the enemy's 50% and type shield 50% on your team. And after that, you'll convert him into the Divine Revelation state, and then you can either use a 1 move to consume all of it, which does, by the way, a 10,000 mod, or you can do his other moves, which does basically wind type pierce AoE and crit damage of him increased by 50%. And if you spam this one, I guess you can get more damage out of it. So pretty interesting kit. Not sure how that translates into normal fighting, but certainly has the ability to be both a tank as well as a pierce DPS. So of course, with all these banners, there's always the Fateful, which is only this time 2 times max, standard 10% flat chance on the 10th pull, and I'm imagining 0.8% pulls 1 to 9. If this banner is standard AS banner, then normal style Garam should be increased in odds as well. So if you're looking for any form of Garam and willing to side grade from normal style to the AS, this is going to be a pretty useful banner for you. One thing that I'm interested in is I'm going to be trying out the Ewan True Manifest fight. So I'm a little bit disappointed that Mariel doesn't have a true manifest yet, but I guess she's still pretty, well, not so much powerful now, but the fact that she has a lot of potential if they increased her to a true manifest, I'm sure they're holding back for insane levels of power creep in the future. So hopefully once that drops tomorrow, I'll be able to do the fight right away. And yes, I still have other super bosses to do from the main story, but haven't gotten to that just yet. For those who are into the cat shrine guardians of the girl, we have Odaha. And so we can get your cat to match Odaha if you like her. And so you can buy those as well. You can always buy your standard one-time discounted Chronostone packages. And I'm assuming they fixed some more bugs. I've had a couple of people saying that there's been some bugs where they can't enter, for example, Underworld. I guess Efi has some bugs that they're still trying to work out. I'm not sure if that means that she's too overpowered and they're actually going to walk it back a little bit, or just clarify that some bosses' moves should hit her even though you have a blood contract on one of your meat shields. So let me know what you think about this update. I know that a lot of you may be still working through the main story. There's a lot of grinding. The main story itself isn't too long, but the side quests are taking forever, and there's a lot of exploration if you need everything. Don't forget that there is the AE Wiki if you want additional, guidance on where to go, and of course the AE subreddit as well as the AE Discord. And of course my fellow YouTubers who also are putting out lots of content. You can turn to them while GamerDad is busy taking care of his own things in the background. And also let me know in the comments below if you're planning to summon on AS Garam, or if you're still pulling on one of the other available banners still in the store, such as Minolka, Efi, AS Flam, and so on and so forth. For myself, I do have one form of Garam, and so just like everything else, he will be sitting on the back burner while I grind out his treatises. My treatise drops have been pretty poor recently. I only have one AS Nokoko, for example, one AS Flam, still sitting at 2 of each of opuses for AS Alter Hismina as well as Alter Sakia, so quite backlogged in terms of getting everyone up to speed. As much as this update is relatively small, I'm quite happy with the pace of things. I know we're still a couple of months out from Japan, but let's be honest, if you've been playing global for any length of time, you'll know that the foresight that we get in seeing future banners and able to plan ahead for summoning for those is quite valuable, as opposed to Japan players, which they have to kind of go in or not for each and every banner that they see. Anyways, looking forward to the relatively short update, and hopefully Ewan's true manifest fight won't be too challenging. And we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.